What is up, y'all? Eddie Hates Anime here, and today we're going to be going through all the anime for summer 2025, deciding what I'm going to watch, what I might watch, what I'm probably not going to watch, and what I might just save for later and not have to watch week to week, but maybe at some point in a couple weeks I'll start watching or something. And then y'all in the comments can let me know if there's something I missed. Like Eddie, this is going to be a banger, trust. I'm going to try to limit them to like 15 or under this season. Last season I watched like 20 plus, and I found myself having no time because every day there was hella shit to watch, and on top of the other anime or books and shows and games and stuff that I want to get into, and videos and stuff, and work. I have a fucking job, J-O-B. So I'm going to try to limit it a bit this season, be a bit more picky, and it's going to be sad, but I got a strategy. So let's get into it without further ado. Before we start the video, let me mention that this was all recorded before I left for Anime Expo back in June. So the season's already started. I get it. I was supposed to edit this video before then and then put it out to you before the season started, but nope, didn't get to editing it in time, so it's coming out really late. So a lot of this is out of date because I hadn't seen the shows at the time, obviously. I hadn't started any of the shows at the time, obviously, and now I have, obviously. And it is what it is. Enjoy the goddamn video. What I'm going to watch this season. Starting off, we've got My Dress Up Darling Season 2. This is probably going to go in save for later. Not that I don't like My Dress Up Darling. I think it's a pretty good series, but I've already read what's going to be adapted this season, and this isn't an adaptation that I think elevates the source material so much that I have to watch it now. It's fucking crazy. I can't believe what they're going to do this. No, it's a good enough adaptation. This isn't me talking shit at all. It is good. It does its job fine. But there are examples that we'll even get into in this video, but there are easy examples of adaptations where you have to watch it if you're a fan of the manga or something. Like, you cannot ignore its presence. This, I could just keep reading the manga and be just fine. But I do want to watch the anime eventually. It's just one that, like I mentioned at the start of the video, I don't want to lose time of my day feeling like I have to watch this every week, especially because there's a lot of other anime that are going to be out there. But who knows? This doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to watch it after the season. This could be maybe I wait till like 5 weeks in the season and have a day where I have more time and then watch all the episodes that are out. I don't know. But for now, I'm not going to want to stress about this one. So we're going to put it there. And then moving on, Danadon Season 2 is exactly what I'm talking about. This elevates the source material so much. The music, the everything, the fucking sakuga. I mean, it is a great ass adaptation to where if a new episode comes out, I can't just ignore that. Like, I already know what happens. No, yes, I already know what happens, but I gotta see how they do it in the anime. And also, I watch this with my brother every week who doesn't know the story, and I love getting him into different anime and stuff because, you know, it's let's be real. When you get someone into an anime that you like or a series that you like, it's a little validating. They're like, yo, you know fire. So yeah, this one is going to be a for sure. Sadly, I didn't get to see the movie for Evil Eye, but it's okay because we're going to see it here pretty much. Moving on, Kaiju number 8 season 2. This is also probably going to have to go in either probably not or like a save for later eventually. I wouldn't mind watching this one at some point, but you know, it's just... Sadly, for a lot of the new Shonen Jump stuff, I haven't watched as many of the adaptations as I should be. Maybe it's just because I already read them week for week on like an official app, but I'm kind of a bum because I do want to appreciate more kaiju stuff. I feel like there's so much potential in anime and manga for kaiju. It's already there. People don't know it as much. But like I see people go like, oh, I would love more kaiju stuff. What the fuck? Where can I find it? My brother in Christ, Godzilla's been around for like 80 years. King Kong before that, since the 30s. Toku series practically influence all of anime, and y'all don't even know it because y'all have never seen a Toku series. I mean, I think watching a lot of those older things, this is kind of a tangent, but if you like kaiju stuff or anime or manga, I think you're doing yourself a huge disservice not watching those old live action toku series or movies because of how much of that is embedded in anime now. And it's almost like a history lesson, which sounds boring, but let's be real. History lessons of things that you like are not boring. First thing that my goated history teacher told me in my junior year high school or whatever, it's like there's history in anything. Watching the fucking old Super Sentai, it won't feel like a history lesson. It will just be goated, and then you watch something and you're like, yo, low key, did they take that from what the fuck? It's like the ultimate version of that's a JoJo reference, right? It's so I will say shout out for keeping up the kaiju shit on the anime screen, not just the manga panels. And I do another tangent. I want to make a video about kaiju anime and manga. There's not a bunch of them, but I think that'd be a good video. because I'm so passionate about kaiju shit that, I don't know, I just want to spread more of it and get more fans for that stuff. But yeah, for now we'll put this in, do we put it in maybe or save for later? We'll go save for later because it's something that I do know I'm going to peep eventually. Well, I should probably put season 1 there too. I know my older brother is going to watch this. The brother I mentioned earlier is my younger brother. He actually bought the B-side manga. All right, let's move on. Next, we've got The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. I love this series. It is a good manga. It is a breath of fresh air amongst this landscape of shitty rom-coms, to be honest. Sorry, I'm still bitter from last season having to watch the boy-girl friendship one. But I do like the series because it's not like realistic. I don't want to say that because I feel like that's an easy way to describe it, but it's good in a different... It's not realistic. It's like the characters are all way more mature than they should be. And yes, there are some things that are exaggerated. Like in this series, the main girls' school doesn't get along with the main boys' school, and it's really blown out of proportion and exaggerated. But, you know, it's like it's just enough anime to still be anime or manga. But I think it's good that it's not like hyper realistic. I mean, like at the end of the day, these are all still anime manga for a reason. If it was hyper realistic, then I'd just go to Walmart and people watch instead. And I'm also glad this doesn't rely on those early gimmicks to keep the series afloat later, because there's not only the school thing, but there's also like the main character looks scary to some people. And have you ever read or watched an anime manga where they introduce something like that, like, oh, the look on this character's face, oh, this character forgets their glasses, I don't know, just random trope things that they introduce, and it's fine to hook you into the series, but then as the series outgrows the need for that, it keeps on going and going. Like one of the ones that I did kind of just inadvertently mention was the girl I forgot her glasses. I think it's a fine series. It's okay, you know, it's good enough romance. It's fine. But I don't need to be reminded every single episode that this girl has glasses and forgets them. I get it. It's an excuse to get the characters closer together. It's the main hook of the series. Like, we're not like other series. Look at this one's about the glasses. But I'm also fine if we get some stuff without that. You shouldn't need gimmicks every single time. You should just have characters that are good. And not to say that that doesn't, because like I said, I would still watch an episode of that if it didn't mention the fucking glasses at all. But I don't know. That is unfortunately catching a stray because it was just the example that I thought of in the moment. I'm sure there's better examples out there to mention, but this series doesn't like rely on those. It drops the things once they overstay their welcome, and all the characters actually grow. They're not static. It's just great, you know. There's lots of good dialogue, and once again, the reason it's not super realistic is because everyone is such good people. Maybe that just says something sad about my own life. Let's move on, though. This should be an awesome adaptation. Next, we've got Call of the Night Season 2. Ooh, do we put this one in for sure? Do we put this in save for later? Because it is an amazing adaptation, and it's a fun series in general. Ooh, I don't know. I'll put it in maybe for now. Like I said, we gotta be harsh on the ones where we already read it because we gotta save room for the new shit, right? The new stories. Like, I know with this, not that, chances more often than not, I will pick it up randomly on a random day when I'm just fucking bored and need to crack out a season of anime. So we'll put it in maybe for now. I think this has a higher chance of being watched this season than these. So I'll put it in maybe because it's closer. But I don't want to promise anything. We'll move on. But ooh, this might have to be it for sure. Let's move on. The new opening sounds fire. Rising of the Shield Hero Season 4. I forgot fucking Season 3 and 2 happened. It took so long. Yeah, we're not here yet. This might just have to be read the novels. Let's put this in no. Rascal does not dream of Santa Claus, or, you know, more known as Bunny Girl Senpai Season 2. This is the fourth, like, anime thing. Or no, like, the fifth. Because there's the first season, Dreaming Girl movie, Knapsack Kid movie. Oh, wait, no, Venturing Sister movie, then Knapsack Kid movie, then this. I've watched all of it besides the last movie. Because the Knapsack Kid movie premiered in the West in Anime Expo a couple years ago, and I got the pleasure to see that. Fucking amazing. One of my favorite things at Anime Expo that I've ever done. And that movie was really good as well. But I haven't seen the last movie yet because there was no way to see it on streaming or anything. However, in light of knowing that this comes out in like a week or two, I did look up where to find the movie before this, because obviously I'm not going to watch this without watching Knapsack Kid. And I had it on a website that I'm probably not supposed to be watching it on, but you know, a man's got to do what he's got to do. So this is a for sure, because I haven't actually read the light novels for these yet, even though I've wanted to for a while. It's just one where I haven't done it yet. and it is what it is. But now that there's anime coming out more steadily for it, I wouldn't mind waiting a bit to read the novels, because the anime is very good. And I'm sure that once I read the novels, those will also be very good. I know I joke a lot about Bunny Girl Senpai being normie monogatari because like they share similar concepts in terms of like apparitions, or what in here you'd call adolescent syndrome and stuff. But that's mostly a joke and out of spite of being bitter that more people know about Bunny Girl Senpai on a mainstream level. I'm sure Monogatari is also very popular, but you know, it's a bit more infamous, if that makes sense, and it's hard to recommend. But jokes aside, I still do really enjoy the series. It's a bit cozy. I don't know if that's the right word, or like comforting. I don't know. It just has, I don't know. It's just kind of a mixture of everything, like the art, the characters. I don't know. It just feels good sometimes to watch. And I actually rewatched it a couple years ago, and it still held up pretty good. And this was actually before the Knapsack Kid, or not the Knapsack Kid, the Venturing Out. I keep mixing up the two movies. And yeah, I still liked it just as much as when I watched it as a sophomore or junior in high school. But this is gonna go in for sure. We'll put just Rascal Season 2. Moving on. Sakamato Days. Unfortunately, another just Shonen Jump one where I haven't seen the anime yet. We'll put this in no, but you know, I would love to watch this adaptation someday. Let's move on. Gachiakuta. This one is one that I've never heard or seen of before, but I keep seeing shit on like Instagram and stuff, and it looks lit. Maybe it's one where we end up watching it and it's ass, but for now I'm putting this in for sure because it looks lit, and it seems like the first one where I don't know anything of and is fighting and shit, where it actually looks lit and actually seems to have a good, like, interesting plot. The synopsis is here. I'm not gonna read it out to you, but it seems interesting enough. And even if it's not like peak fiction, it still seems like it'll be interesting enough to watch week by week. So Gachiakuta is for sure. Unfortunately, no. Unfortunately, no. But shout out Dr. Stone. Love that freaking manga, dude. The Summer Hikaru died. This one, I don't know, because I do actually have the manga. I don't know where it is. I don't know my alphabet, apparently. Somewhere in here. And I've been meaning to read it since I got it. Unfortunately, I haven't yet. But the anime could also be very good. And you know, it seems like a really interesting story. I've heard good things about it. I mean, who's to say I couldn't just read and watch it? You know, maybe I watch the first episode, and if I'm that hooked, then I go read it. And then just keep watching the anime if the adaptation's really good. You know, we'll put it in maybe for now. At the end of the video, we will reassess some of these, but I have a feeling that I will just watch this. This will be a weird case where it's like, maybe I'll just watch it and then read the manga exclusively. Who knows? It doesn't hurt to watch the anime adaptation as well, but like I said, I don't want to be hung up so much on season 2s or adaptations of stuff that I'm already reading. And I would rather use this more as a tool for new things that I haven't never experienced before, because then I can eventually read those source materials. Because most of the time I value source material over everything. It's just that sometimes the anime is so good of an adaptation that you can't ignore it like a don. Let's move on. Do I even need to say anything? Next we got I Was Reincarnated as the 7th Prince so I can take my time perfecting my magical ability season 2. I did not even watch season 1. What the hell? Oh, I'm looking at the photo. That is the one where the main character's design was discussed a lot on Twitter. I never watched this. It doesn't really seem like it interests me. It just kind of seems like another isekai. And don't get me wrong, I fucking love random isekais, but I don't know. It doesn't seem for me, but I would not be watching this. If it turns out it's a banger and I've just missed out this whole time, let me know in the comments. You know, I guess there's still time for me to watch season 1 if I really need to. Let me know. But I have a feeling probably not. Next, we've got new panty and stocking with the garter belt. Most definitely. Been waiting for this forever. Never thought I'd see the day. It's actually confirmed. Absolutely goated. If y'all don't know the series, it's so good. And I still really appreciate it for taking that route of looking like an American cartoon. I'm sure it might throw people off that don't know that concept or whatever. They watch an anime and then they just see this. But as a guy who grew up watching Powerpuff Girls, as a guy who grew up watching all these Cartoon Network shows that it's very reminiscent of, I have such a soft place in my heart for that style that seeing it in an anime is very cool. And just Trigger in general is such a goated studio. It's a great series, so definitely watch it if you haven't. This is going in for sure. Moving on. Next, we've got Tougen Anki. I don't know anything about this, but this image moves me. Maybe I'll watch a trailer real quick and get back to you. You know what? This also seems kind of like another good little bit of action, you know, to fill that action need every week, you know? I'll add it to maybe for now, but this one might get upgraded. This one might get upgraded. Let's keep going. Maybe I'll actually separate the adaptations or see. Yeah, we'll go adaptations from completely new stuff, or at least new stuff for me up here, just so I know. Now let's move on. A couple of cukoos season 2. This anime, bro, season 1 took me so long to finish, and I don't know why. Like, I like all the characters, but I don't really like the series. Does that make any sense to you? I don't know if I want to watch season 2 of this. I feel like this is one where, like I said, I don't even really like the series that much, but I like the characters enough and like care enough to like see what I want to know what happens to them still. I could totally just read the manga for this and be fine. But on the other hand, I still haven't read the manga, so should I just watch the anime? I don't know. The anime doesn't move me that much. So I'm gonna put this in probably not, but I will resolve to read the manga at some point because I still want to know what happens. Maybe sometimes I just be forgetting about series, and then I see that this series will end in 1 month on Twitter, and I'm like, all right, shit, time to read. But I don't know, man. Let's move on. Secrets of the Silent Witch. Ooh, let's see. I don't know. I just see cute main character, and witches are pretty nice normally. Super duper shy. She learned to cast spells silently just to avoid speaking in public. This seems like a cute series. Targeting the prince in its areas of social interaction. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Secrets of the Silent Witch. This seems pretty up my alley. It doesn't seem super high stakes, but maybe I'll be wrong. It just seems kind of like a fun one, you know? That's what it seems like. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll watch a trailer real quick. Yeah, I didn't need to get far into the trailer to confirm my suspicions. This seems like it's gonna be pretty good. This is definitely going to be watched. Didn't watch Vending Machine Season 1. Was it low-key a sleeper banger? I don't know. This seems like either one that would piss me off to watch, or it's like low-key fire. Because most of the time I hate isekai like this, but I kind of want to see. Can I see the first season on here? Just to see what the score was? Oh, here we go. What was the score? Okay, it wasn't... 6.45 for my anime list is low as shit. That's like a 4 on anyone else's scale, I feel like. My anime list is so inflated. People, like, when I rate things, I use the spaces. You know, like, if I'm rating a bunch of anime, why would I have a bunch of them in, like, 7, 0, and 6, and then a bunch in, like, 1? When all those 7s aren't the same. If one's less than the other, I'll move it down to 6. On my anime list, I feel like it's very black and white. But I will not be watching this. I'm letting y'all know right now. Let's move on. But shout out to them for trying some shit, I guess. I don't know. I wouldn't have thought of that. State of the animation. This looks good. And obviously, it's a bit of biasness off of, like, knowing who the creator is and knowing, like, Nichijou and stuff. But, you know, I don't care. I'm always biased. Kyoto Animation as well. We'll add this to the list because it looks good. Just read the description for this one. New saga. It seems like, you know, finally killed the demon lord. Verge of death, gets revived and can try again. You know, redo of healer if it was bad. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Like, this one can go either way, you know. But like I mentioned earlier, the same thing with fantasy in general, not just isekai. Like, sometimes I'm just kind of a sucker for them, even if they're not, like, amazing. As long as they're not, like, the worst shithousery series in the world. Normally, I can find myself having some fun with them. So we will put this in maybe. But it's not as, like, dire of a need right now. But, you know, I moved a tiny bit. Let's move on. Apocalypse Bringer Minogra. World conquest starts with the civilization of ruin. Oh, it's a reincarnation. Hey, okay, that resembles the fantasy turn-based strategy game Eternal Nations. His favorite game. And he's the god. Okay. Oh, who commands the evil civilization. You know what? Fuck it. Put it in maybe. Put it in maybe. We can put as many as we want, maybe. Wait, what's it called? I'm copy and pasting this bitch. I'm not typing that whole thing. All right, there's no freaking way I'll be your lover unless... I don't know this one either. You know what? Fuck it. Maybe. Maybe. We're gonna put in maybe. We're maybe merchants now. Let's move on. All right, Total Bound Hanako-kun Season 2 Part 2. I didn't even know we had a Season 2 Part 1, but this anime has pretty short episodes, so I'm sure I could catch up in time. But we'll also just put this one and save for later. Let's move on. Sorry, I gotta speed this up, bro. We've been here for a minute and it is already pretty late. The Water Magician. That picture looks really nice. I don't know anything about this series either, but I'm kind of moved. It's a fucking reincarnation again. We're 1 million of them a season. But this one seems like it'll be a little different. But maybe that's just because the picture looks very like soft and calm. He's optimistic. He's blessed with the hidden eternal youth trait. I'll put this one in maybe as well. I have a feeling with all the ones that are in maybe, I think I might still end up having a lot that I do end up watching. Watari-kun, something is about to collapse. What is that supposed to mean? I've seen this girl before. I know this manga is in my read list. I don't know. I'll just put this one in read the manga, I guess, because it already is in my read list. I always say, because I was going to say, like, maybe I'll watch the first episode of the maybes and see which ones I'll watch. But I can't do that. I'm not the type of guy. If I watch the first episode of something, I'm locked in. I'm there for the whole season. It's all or nothing. But I don't know. This one is probably, like, I'm leaning more just manga, but we still got a little bit to the season start, so maybe I will just read some of the manga for for this one at least. A lot of these are novels, but this one specifically, and like cukoos, I think are like, okay, I'll read the manga. And I think that's more of the genre thing. I feel like with romance, or at least like not high stake. Well, I don't know anything about this one. This one could actually be very high stakes, but like, you know, your run-of-the-mill rom-coms like cukoos or Brand a Girlfriend or something, those I'm a lot more comfortable just reading the manga of than watching a whole ass anime of. The commitment is less and I just feel like it's a better medium for it. But when you get like really peak stuff, then anime be hitting too. This one looks like it could go either way. Like it looks like, because I judged a book by its cover. From the manga that I saw this, I thought it was a normal thing. But I don't know. This looks pretty serious. Oh wait. Earning him snide comments on the title of SysCon. Never mind. Maybe it's not serious. I don't know. I want to read some of the manga soon though. Oh, we'll fucking see. I have no promises. Let me know what you think of the series in the comments then if you've read it. There we go. I trust you guys. Let's move on. Arknights. I know nothing about this fucking game, so no, and I haven't even watched another season because this is a new season, so no. Today is just showing me that I gotta really start watching all those anime trailers that I see on YouTube. Normally I just ignore them. Normally I don't know anything about seasonal anime until I watch them. Literally, I never watch trailers, but there's trailers for all of these. I should just have watched them before making this video. That's what I'll do next season. We're not doing that this season. I'm trusting you guys in the comments to let me know before the season starts what to watch. Busi ni hanataba wool. Okay, Hana bears no resemblance to a flower despite her name. Her eyes too small, her limbs are far from slender, and she's in fact ugly. She doesn't look ugly, but whatever. I get it though, like the point of the series. You know what? This looks like it could be a sweet one. You know, I like this. I like this. We'll put this in maybe. We'll put this in maybe. Why can't I copy and paste? You're going to maybe. Alright, let's move on. Dealing with Mikadono sisters is a breeze. I'm just gonna fucking putting all these in maybe. I don't even want to read the synopsis. The reading comprehension devil got me, but I'm seeing colorful hair, bright uniforms, or red uniforms, and I don't even know, man. We'll put this in maybe as well. I don't even feel like reading. I just want to finish the video. You know, purely off of just like seeing hair colors. I watch series for the stupidest reasons, but I see like green hair, purple hair, orange hair, fun designs. We'll put this in maybe. I feel like for the rest of this video, it's gonna be mostly maybes. I don't know if we're gonna get anything that's like, for sure, unless something I already know. Betrothed to my sister's ex. Oh wait, I saw this one. Something online, I think. She dies on the way to her marriage. So it's too bright. Okay, this I'm watching this. This, I mean, I'm assuming this is a shoujo or a josei. Oh, a josei. See, now, maybe the reason why I have such a weird opinion towards, like, your more common shonen romances, you know, like all the really popular ones that are, like, you fucking see on Twitter, waifu of the season type shit, is maybe because I started my career with a lot of josei and shoujo, so it's kind of warped my perception of romance manga, as opposed to, like, everyone else reading mostly, or at least a lot of people I surround myself around, because I'm a dude who knows a lot of dudes who just read mostly the kind of shit that we've just mentioned. So, like, to them, this is not some shit they would peep, but I love shit like this. Even if it has its own problems, just like shonen romance manga have their own problems, but whatever. It doesn't matter to me. Oh no, this is going up for sure. I am not gonna lie. And it says it's a light novel, so I'll definitely have to read that after, if I like the series. Moving on. Okay, I won't lie, we've actually got some heaters coming up, but first, scooped up by an S-rank adventurer. I decided to watch a trailer for this because I didn't know anything about it, and it is just kind of another, like, fantasy. So I will be adding it to the maybe, but this one is most likely just gonna be not watch this season, and I'll watch it at some point in the future, but that's also what maybe can be. Save for later right now is more for, like, stuff of the adaptations I like. but maybe can also, I guess, be saved for later. Maybe I will just put this one in save for later then. But it's not confirmed. Save for later is confirmed stuff that I'll save for later. Maybe it's like I don't know what to do with it right now. But I feel like I could enjoy this. You know, if I got nothing better to do. Next, we've got Ruri Rocks. Now, I watched the trailer for this one. This looks like a busi, you know? I like shit with like that can show me kind of like hobbies and stuff that I'm not into myself. Will I put in for sure right now? No, but it has a high probability. High probability. Next we've got With You in the Rain. This one looks really sweet. This one will also go in maybe just because I feel like this is one where I could just probably get a similar experience from the manga, but the anime could also be very good. Either way, I don't think you could go wrong. Like I said, sometimes you gotta pick and choose your battles though, because of how much more of a time commitment anime is compared to manga. And it's like, which adaptations are we gonna weigh more right now? Will I save this one for later? Will I watch this one right now? I don't know, but either way, this seems like a series that I could totally get into, regardless of what form I get into it in, because who doesn't love animals? Who doesn't love cozy slice of life? Next, I don't know how to pronounce this, clevatess or something. At first I read the synopsis and I was like, okay, this could be all right. And then I watched the trailer and I was like, okay, this could be a little more all right, you know, this is moving me a little bit. So we're also gonna put this in maybe. Sorry, I don't feel right putting anything in for sure right now until the end, except for this. I actually will watch this one for sure. Well, I don't know anything about it, but I watched the trailer for this one as well just now. I started watching the trailers for more of them because I was like, I don't want to make rash decisions and be stuck with series that are ass. But it seems like a goofy enough one that'll kind of warm my heart and capture my heart. This seems like an example of a fun romance, not anything like that'll piss me the fuck off, you know? But I could be wrong. Who knows? I don't know what you call this type of art style, but I generally like these like extra bright colors, and maybe it's the shapes of how they draw the characters and stuff. I don't know what you call it, but I moved. So yeah, I'll probably be watching this one. Let's move on to another one that I probably will be watching. I still don't want to put any of these in confirm, but whatever. I just will, and then I can move them out if I have to. This one also looks pretty sweet. I mean, I should have probably been explaining these series to you this whole time, but I don't even know most of them myself. So I just read the synopsis for the first time and then watched the trailer like 2 minutes ago in between parts of recording this video. So I'm gonna leave it to y'all to do the research if you really want to. I'm not a good YouTuber. But it seems like it'll be a funny one. I mean, it's literally a school comedy depicting the struggles of a slightly foolish, self-proclaimed delinquent, and it's about to begin. But I'm sure I can have a lot of fun with that one. Next is Night of the Living Cat. I saw this one on something as well. It might have been Twitter, or maybe this is one where I actually watched a trailer on YouTube for once. It seemed so like random to me at the time that I was like, I have to watch this when it comes out. And now it's coming out. So we'll put it in for sure. Ba-bam. Next, we've got Hell Teacher, Jigoku Sensei Nube. I think I also saw this one somewhere. Maybe. I feel like a lot of these, even if I say something in the video, I probably still won't decide till like a little bit closer to when like those first episodes come out. I don't know. I do not know. The Shy Hero and the Assassin Princess. See, it just seems like another one where I'm sure I can enjoy it, but are we gonna prioritize it right now? Probably not. Well, I should probably just put this one probably not. But probably not does not mean never. It just means probably not this season. Moving on. You know what sucks? I limited myself to a certain amount, and I'm looking through all these, and they all seem like pretty fucking good. Like even this one, nothing too crazy, but it seems funny, and it seems like something I can enjoy. This maybe situation is gonna hurt me later, man. I'm gonna have to go through so much, because I'm gonna put most of these in maybe. This one might even get upgraded, because this one seems like it'll be really sweet and funny. We're just kind of speed running. I just read through all these and watched a couple trailers. Like even this one as well also looks sweet. Sorry if like I'm just going over your favorite series and just totally disrespecting it right now. We've been here for a minute. This one also looks sweet, you know? So I don't know. Maybe I'll have to give it a day and record the second part of this video tomorrow. This one I could probably just read the manga for, but we're still gonna add it to maybe. Shit, maybe I'll start some of these manga tonight or something, and then tomorrow after stream I'll record the second part of this video. Turkey Time to Strike. This is the bowling one. Also seems like I could enjoy it. Like, it just sucks because there's so much shit that I know I'd probably enjoy. I'm not too picky when it comes to anime unless it's like the worst fucking thing ever, where I can enjoy most things. But like I said, I gotta be picky and think, what will I enjoy the most? What will be the most worth it? I actually didn't read this one yet. You go to maybe for now. Hotel Inhumans. Seems like it could be cool. Guess what? You go into maybe purgatory, baby. Move on. Next we've got Kizu Darake Seijo Yori Yofuku Komite. Or there's an actual full name here for English. I didn't know that. And I watched the trailer for this one. It looks like it'll be more of a motion comic as opposed to an anime. But I really like stuff like that. I know people were like making fun of Way of the House Husband when it first came out and like making jokes about, oh, animation, move frame stuff. They obviously clearly don't understand the concepts because it's been a thing for a while. But I like stuff like that. So I will add this to the will watch list for now, just because that does move me. And I don't think there's anything else like that I'm going to be watching this season. Let's move on. Okay, feemat no yori. This does move me, but like I said, I gotta start being picky. We're gonna put this in probably not. I feel bad, but we gotta start somewhere. I have been putting everything in maybe. As always though, if it's like 5 weeks into the season, everyone's like, holy shit, this series fucking slaps, then of course I will give things second looks. So don't think just because I'm not going to watch something off of this video that it ain't going to happen. Also, I am going to do that update video anyways, and I will definitely mention if things change. Let's move on. Unfortunately, another victim of, you know, I got to stop putting too much dip on my chip. Onmyo, kaitsn, something. You are going to be getting sniped. But once again, if it slaps, let me know. Moving on. Karaoke Eco. Let's go karaoke. Hey, this just seems like it's going to be a fun ass time. Yakuza. Karaoke, it's almost like 2 goated things in one. So this is gonna go in my maybe. I still don't want to put anything more in for sure because we just already have a lot, but let's do it. Next we got kamitsubaki city under production. I love seijo stuff. If you don't know, the easiest way to explain it is I don't know, because this isn't even like coffee in them. If it was coffee in them, I could just say it's Vocaloid, but it's not. Just know that this is music related, and that's why I like it, okay? This is going for sure, because it's people that I like, damn it. Don't need to worry about it. Look it up if you want to know. Look it up if you want to know. Next, we got Ruler's Crown, and I would probably watch this if it wasn't a visual novel adaptation, but even more than light novels, visual novel adaptations get butchered the worst. Not even butchered, but it's just the fact that it's so much harder to pull off because of the amount of dialogue that is just inevitably going to be cut, or routes if it's a route type of visual novel. So I normally don't really watch visual novel adaptations unless they're like known to be really good, and definitely not first. So this is going to go into no, and that's why it's not speaking to what I think the quality of like the actual series is. It's just that. But let's move on. Okay, Captivated by You. This actually seems like another type of kind of motion comic one, and it seems like it seems like it'd be fun. I'm gonna put this in maybe as well. You know, I'm so fucking unpredictable. Let's move on. This is the 4th season of this series that I haven't watched the 1st season of, so I have a feeling that we're gonna put this in probably not. But shout out Osomatsu-san. Alright, not to be boring, but the next 2 are going to be maybes. Harmony of Millie something. Seems like it could be fun, for sure. But, once again, have a bazillion series this season that look like I could enjoy them. Same with this one. It seems like I could enjoy it, but I don't want to say anything yet until I'm going to do a deeper look tomorrow. This one, though, I just watched the trailer for. Purely off of, like, the style, the vibes, and everything, it does seem like it'll be quite the unique, fun time. This is gonna go in for sure. You are going into for sure, my friend. Ginga Tokyo Milky Subway. It seems like it'll be a litty time. Fuck, there's a prequel. An ONA. I'm glad I looked at that. Okay, so it might not be for sure. We'll watch the ONA and see. It's only 1 episode. It's 3 minutes. How long are the episodes for this going to be? 6 minutes. Oh, so it doesn't even matter if we put it for sure or not. 6 minutes is not a big commitment at all. So it'll stay there. I don't mind it. But yeah, I got to remember about the ONA. Let's move on. All right, so I was going to put Binan Koko Chikyu something hikaru into the for sure, but I've come to realize that this is like the 5th part or some shit. So unfortunately it's going to go into no, but I could see myself getting into the series. I don't know much about it, but it does seem to be breaking the norms and, you know, magical boys or idols or some shit. And that seems like it could be fun. So I'm going to put in probably not, but if I end up becoming a fan in the future, don't be surprised. Next we got, it's a season 2. I didn't watch season 1, but this looks like a really cute art style. And it's Toho. Oh, I think I see them advertise this sometimes. Yeah, I mean, could be cool. Could be cool. But we'll put in no. Just because, once again, I haven't seen season 1. But it could definitely be something to look into now that I know that it exists. Or not know that it exists, but have a scope on it a bit. Season 15, yeah, that's not happening, my friend, at all. And then Card Fight Vanguard. This is like another fucking millionth season, so we're gonna put that in probably not. Although I do really want to get into Card Fight Vanguard. Yeah, that's it for the main anime stuff. Now we're going to move on to ONAs. I mean, there's a few here, but I'm not going to watch these. Lord of Mysteries. Now, this is a Chinese novel getting an adaptation that I know people love. I am almost scared to even think about watching the anime because of how much I love literature. And with this being one that's so highly regarded, if it isn't a good adaptation and that fucks with my first perception of the series, I think that would ruin me. So I'm not sure. However, this is a series I've wanted to get into for a while. But I just really don't want to do it through the anime just because I've already hyped myself up for it so much. I think I have to read it. So we're going to put this in probably not as much as it hurts me. Or we'll put it in save for later. I think this one's fine to put in save for later. But I really, really want to read it. And I just already put that in my brain that like this is one I'm going to read. So, sorry. Takabi's Original Sin. Same author as the... it's a Shonen Jump manga as well. I forgot what it's called. It's a similar name. It's not even that long of a series. I don't remember what it's called though. It's something like that. I think Sin's also in the name of it. Oh yeah, the Ichinose Family's Deadly Sins, which is also a good one. Episodes, okay, I thought it was a movie for a second. 6 episodes makes sense because it's not that long. We'll put this in. I guess I could put this in for sure. It's only 6 episodes. And I mean, I like it already, but it is something I've already seen. So, would it fuck up the room for the other ones? I don't know. We'll put this in maybe. I'm sorry. We'll put it in maybe. And if we don't, then it's definitely going to be a save for later. But I don't know. There's so much stuff. Next is Bullet. Interesting because it is on Disney+. I don't know. I'm probably not, but we'll still put it here for now. We'll put it here just because I do know that I'm going to take tonight to look at more of them. So I'll give some more second looks. Next, we've got Cat's Eye, not to be mistaken with the K-pop group, or the international group, sorry. And I've just realized that this is a remake. I have not seen the original, so I'm going to need y'all to let me know if, like, this is about to fucking ruin a sacred series or something. I don't want to... It always is sad when a remake isn't as good as the original, but I'll do more research into this one as well before we make our final decisions and stuff. I guess maybe for now. Pokemon Concierge Part 2! For sure! This is such a sweet fucking thing. If y'all got, it's on Netflix. It's just very wholesome. Any Pokemon stuff that isn't always battling is always peak. As much as I love battling. Let's move on. Let Viathan. No, we're gonna put this in now. Last but not least, my melody. Oh wait, no, it's not last, but it's definitely not least. Yes. Come on, guys. We love melody. We love Kuromi, and we love cinnamon roll. Even though cinnamon roll wasn't mentioned here. Next, we got the most powerful vendor. I like this guy's design, but it doesn't mean anything for the quality of the anime. I don't know. I'll put this one in no for now, but I'm always open to if it becomes a banger. Yeah. Yes, sir, ski. That seems to be all for now. There is also like a bunch of movies and stuff. For the most part, this is stuff that won't air in America for a while. I guess we could technically go through them and like mention which ones I'm hyped for. Because like obviously... Chainsaw Man. Even this one, I've been seeing trailers for every time I go to see like Ghibli movies and stuff. I really want to watch this. I just have no clue when it'll come out. Yeah, I don't think it's worth going through all this right now. Alright, that is it for now, but I will be doing a last part of this video where we fully decide which ones will be watched and which ones won't be, and then I'll probably change my mind, and then in 12 weeks when we do the end of the season video, I'll be like, guys, this is what I actually watched. We will see. See you in a second. Alright, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Didn't fully deliberate by the time that I finished recording this video what I was gonna watch this season. So, you guys are either gonna get a DLC in the form of the comments section or shorts in the coming weeks of more about what I am fully watching. Probably, because I do like to just yap about shows a lot. I do it on my Instagram all the time, like weekly, and I think I'm gonna start making shorts instead of like talking about these shows, because why not? Like, I'm literally watching anime. Why not just make content on the anime? I watch so much fucking anime, and I barely make content on it. It's crazy. It's almost like I'm an anime YouTuber. So yeah, and I will still be doing the end of the season video, so by then we will have a for sure look at what I watched, obviously. But I still would like to keep you guys up to date and whatnot, so I will be making more content hopefully on like shorts and stuff, because I practically record shorts on my Instagram all the time, but I just put them on my story. So I'm trying to do better about just putting them in content form instead of yapping form, although they're not mutually exclusive. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, although I'm sure it cut off at somewhere randomly when me deciding my series and then just said fuck it, ending the video. Don't exactly remember what I recorded before I left. 14 fucking days ago to go to Los Angeles. So, you know, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I am out. Let me know what you're watching in the comments. I'm very excited to see that. And yeah, this season, I mean, like I said at the start of the video, it's been a couple weeks. I haven't started all the shows I wanted to start yet, just because I've barely just gotten home and been quite busy, but it has been a very lit season so far, let me tell you. So, subscribe, and bye.